You got a big event coming up and don't know how to get ready for it? Let me help you out. What's up guys, welcome back to a video. So this is a question I get so often is how do you prepare for events? Make a event prep guide for this event. Make an event prep guide for this event. In all honesty, prepping for any single event in Pokemon Go, whether that be Community Days, Go Fest, Pokemon Kanto Tour, or even like a hype event like, the Luminous Legends X for Dragon Week when we had a lot of Dragon spawns, that's all prepping is the same. So I thought I'd make one video on how I prep everything I think you need for events to have a successful time. Let's hop right into it guys. Timestamps are gonna be below. Let's do it. First thing I want to talk about before I even talk about item bag space, all that stuff and how I get that ready is going to be how to get money for tickets for certain events. Certain events like Go Fest, Kanto Tour, or even the tickets for Community Day, you actually have to pay real money to get them. So I want to go through a couple methods that you guys can get money for these events. I have made videos on it before about using apps like Google Opinion Awards, which you can check out a picture right here, in which they send you surveys sometimes and you will get money. You want to get on these apps early before events as surveys barely ever come in. Like nowadays, I'm barely getting any surveys. And when you do get those surveys, you get to complete them and get some money in which you can help invest into these events. You can also use an app like Zap Surveys, Full Pay, and plenty of other apps. And I want you guys to get on these early in case you need money for events because they do take time to stack up money. So if we have an event like Go Fest and it's a $5 ticket and you don't have any way of buying it, you want to start right now getting money so you can have enough money for that event. Quick tip for Google Opinion Awards, the more places you visit, the more surveys you will get. So if you go to Walmart's, they will send you surveys about Walmart's because they do track your location. Now you can check out a video right up here about these apps and everything there is to know and how to get money through them. But a comments I've had is people prefer to just go ahead and get money by, working. And if that's you, go ahead and do it. Some people can't work. Some people are too young to work. Some people can't even find jobs in their area. So they use these apps. But if you would prefer to mow a lawn to get money for a Community Day ticket or Go Fest ticket, mail some stuff, work at McDonald's, whatever you want to do, go ahead. I just want you guys to think about how you're going to get the money for these tickets if you do plan on buying these tickets, as you want to get on these early and you're not going to be able to get $5 worth of Google Opinion Awards money in one day if you plan on using that as your method to pay for your Go Fest ticket or whatever that may be. The second thing I want you guys to think about before we even talk about anything in-game is going to be joining a local Discord. Local Pokemon Go Discords are pretty much the most essential thing you can have as a Pokemon Go player, as you can learn so much about the area you're playing with, where the best spawns are and all that. Pretty much just want to come onto Google. Let's say you're from Philadelphia, and then I'm just going to search Pokemon Go Discord. Right here, there's a Reddit post and Discord channel right here. And there you go, Pokemon Go Philly, 8,000 members. If you're from Philly, join that. Wherever you may be, of course, just change in. But I'm telling you, joining a local Discord is the most important thing you can do and has changed the way I play the most. Reason being is, first of all, you can meet friends in there. Second of all, you can see call outs. So if someone does call out during Go Fest, 100% IV Dino, or, super amazing Pokemon spawned over here or here, you can pretty much go ahead, hop in your car or walk or whatever if you're downtown, go ahead and catch that Pokemon. And if you weren't in that Discord, you would have never known. Then also, bring on to point 2 is you can learn where to play. Most of these people in Discords have been playing the game for the longest in their city, so they know where all the best cluster spawns are, where the best spots to shiny check are, where the best experience and best loops are in Pokemon Go. So just joining a local Discord and getting local knowledge of your area is super important. Me, myself, when I first started playing, I used to go in there, say what are the best spots to play, and now off the top of my head, I know, Andrew Hayden Park's amazing in Ottawa, the Arboretum, downtown, City Hall, all these places I know off the top of my head are the best places to play. And if there's a new player who is gonna plan to go play, I would tell them, hey, go play there. That's where your experience for this event is gonna be best. So being able to plan where you're gonna play is super important and is super helpful if you have a local Discord. And if there is no local Discords, because I know you guys live in some small towns, some of you, make one. It's not that hard to make a Discord. Just call it Pokemon Go John City or something. I don't know, wherever you live, whatever the name of your city is or town, make one, and then people will join and you will end up meeting people and letting them know the spots and all that. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about actual in-game stuff. First, starting with storage space. I think storage space is the most important to have cleared out when prepping for events. You want to make sure you clear your Pokemon storage space so you have as much storage as you possibly could have. Of course, having a bigger storage, for example, me, I have 4,500. It's a lot easier for me to clear out some Pokemon and have it. But if you only have like 300 storage, most likely 100 of those Pokemon you're going to want to keep, meaning you only have 200. Let me go quickly through how I like to clear my storage space. Pretty much I'm going to come here. I'm going to click sort by number. This is what I always search. I search exclamation point 4-star and exclamation point at special and exclamation point shiny and exclamation point legendary and exclamation point mythical. Now this will remove all shinies, 4 stars, mythicals, and legendaries from my search, leaving only regular 0, 1, 2, and 3-star Pokemon. Now, of course, I don't want to just go ahead and transfer all these Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and come through them, and I'm just going to look through them. Any ones I want to keep, I'm going to give them a nickname, whatever nickname convention you do have set up. I do talk about my nickname convention in the Pokegenie video, which I can link below. I just recommend going through and giving them nicknames. For example, here, I'm going to keep this Squirtle because I want to keep it. If you don't want to go ahead and give it nicknames, or you haven't decided what nickname convention you want to use, you can just go ahead and hit the favorite button too. But pretty much you just want to go through all your Pokemon, and you just want to find the ones that you care about the most. Favorite them, whatever, mark them, whatever you might want, and then you can go ahead and grab all the other ones and go ahead and transfer them. That's pretty much how I transfer my stuff. As you can see, I have 2,400 Pokemon in this search, and I would probably end up transferring, you know, probably 2,000 of those. That's a quick way to clear your bag space. I have a full video on my guide, which you can check out up here and also link below. I don't want you guys going to other videos, and I want to be able to explain this stuff in this video, but that's how I do it. Pretty much just do that search thread. I will put in the pinned comments below this search thread so you can copy paste it. Now, you might be curious about how many spaces you actually should have for these events. Now, it will depend on how much total bag space you do have, but I will give you guys a rule in a second, right after we talk about Pokeballs, on how much actual storage space you should have going into any event, really. So let's talk about Pokeballs. Pokeballs, most important thing to have, honestly. If I could give you one tip for prepping for events, it's pretty much just to stock up on Pokeballs. So there's two methods to stock up on Pokeballs. First of all, if you're a rule player, no Pokestops around you, nothing like that, there's only really one way, and it's through gifts. Pretty much every day you can open 20 gifts, I believe right now. It might be 30. I'm not sure. Open the max amount of gifts until he gives you the max out error. And when you do open that, I've done the math. I think you get like about 100 Pokeballs a day from opening gifts. It does vary. If you don't have friends, by the way, we'll link below a Discord where you can go ahead and add friends very easily. GoFest is about a month out from here, a bit less than a month. So being able to open 20 gifts a day, get 100 Pokeballs a day, and you know, let's say we're like 3 weeks away. So we get 21 if you were to open gifts and not use a single one leading up to GoFest starting today, or you know, this is an average, of course. When you're in a rural area, pretty much, let me break it down for you. Open your gifts every single day and just stop catching Pokemon. That's really the only way to prep for big events like GoFest, Community Day, and all that. And I think it's worth it to not catch Pokemon because you'll have so many bigger gains on these special events because of all the bonuses, the increased spawns and all that. Okay, if you are in a city area, the best way to get Pokeballs and the method I recommend is going to be spinning Pokestops. Pretty much I'll have some footage right here of what I do is I go ahead and connect my auto catcher, whether that be a Gotcha, Dual Catchmon, Pokeball Plus, whatever auto catcher you might use. Pokeball Plus does auto spin stops, by the way. I'm sorry I messed that up in my auto catcher video. Go ahead, hop in a car or go ahead and walk. Put your phone in your pocket so you're not catching Pokemon and wasting those Pokeballs, and you will just go ahead and start racking up those Pokeballs. If you are in a busy area with a lot of Pokestops, you can rack up, I say, easily 200 Pokeballs every 30 minutes, which is absolutely insane. If you are prepping for an event like that, go ahead and do that. If you live near downtown, you know, say, hey Bob, can you drive me downtown one day or something like that? And you can go ahead and pretty much get ready for the event in one day. Finally, before I move on to other items, I want to talk about ball effectiveness. So many people always recommend Ultra Balls, and I do too. Ultra Balls are the most amazing thing. But if you're in a rural area or you can't grind for multiple days, it is so hard to get 2,000 Ultra Balls, 1,000 Ultra Balls, 15,000 Ultra Balls, all the crazy Ultra Balls amount. My general consensus is that you just get as many Pokeballs as you can, and then when you are playing an event, just strategically use your balls. If you see a Pokemon that's 10 CP, use a Pokeball. But if you see a Pokemon that's higher CP, use an Ultra Ball. So just strategically use it and look at the color of the circle size of the Pokemon. And if it's red, obviously you're gonna wanna use an Ultra Ball and maybe even a Golden Raspberry. But if it's a green circle, don't waste an Ultra Ball, use Pokeball. And you should have no problem managing that. So if you can't stock up 2,000 Ultra Balls or a super amount of Ultra Balls and Great Balls or whatever, then just go ahead and make sure you're managing that while you're playing whatever event you're playing. Okay, this video seems like it's long, but I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna talk about berries now. So a lot of people have problems stuffing a lot of Pokeballs in their bag, and they always end up with the max amount of bag space because they're keeping berries. I'm gonna tell you guys what I like to do for berries. I probably play pretty different than you guys, but I pretty much dump all my raspberries and nanab berries. I find raspberries kind of useless for me because I have golden raspberries, but for some of you who don't do a lot of raids and have like, you know, 140 golden raspberries like me, it can be useful to keep a couple raspberries for those harder catches. If you are just trying to hardcore grind, guys, I would probably dump all your raspberries, honestly. Nanab berries, some people do like to use because it makes it easier to catch like Pokemon that move, but honestly, I think it's kind of useless. I'd rather use like a golden raspberry or raspberry to make it actually easier to catch that Pokemon once I do hit it. Now, when I say dump, instead of actually going ahead and just deleting them, guys, I recommend just putting them into gyms. When you do end up getting raspberries and nanab berries and you want to get rid of them, instead of deleting them unless you need the bag space instantly, go ahead, find a gym of your color, feed the Pokemon in there, as you will get a couple extra Stardust, and it's better than just going ahead and deleting stuff. Yeah, while you are opening gifts and spinning stops to get Pokeballs, you will be getting berries. Get rid of your raspberries and your nanab berries, and I recommend just keeping pineapple berries and golden raspberries. Pineapple berries are really good for rarer Pokemon, like for dinos, Galarian Stunfisks that are going to be spawning during Go Fest. If it's community day, like the Gibble community day, super important berry to have. I think having as many pineapple berries as you can is really, really good. But if I had to choose between Pokeballs and pineapple berries, I would get more Pokeballs. So if that is a question you are curious about and you need the bag space for Pokeballs, but you have a lot of pineapple berries, I would delete some pineapple berries. I think Pokeballs are more important. Rare candy does clog up bag space for a lot of people. So if you're curious how to get a lot of Pokeballs and shove them into your bag, you might have a lot of rare candy. Just put them into any legendary Pokemon, Mewtwo, Groudon, Kyogre, Zekrom, Reshiram, Dialga, Palkia. Pretty much any legendary Pokemon is a good place to put your rare candy into just for the safekeeping, except maybe like Uxie, Azelf, and Mesprit. Don't put it into them. Now, the final question you guys probably asking is how much bag space do I really need? Like, well, it's gonna depend on how much you actually have. I can't tell you need like 2,000 free storage space if you only have like 1,000 storage space. So what I recommend doing is, first of all, looking at your item bag, maxing it as high as possible. I always say max your item bag is the most important thing, and then shoving as many Pokeballs. So whether that you have 200 item bag, I would say like 150 of that should be Pokeballs. Whether you have 500, you should have like 400 as Pokeballs. Really just stuff most amount of Pokeballs you can into your item bag. Then depending on how many Pokeballs you have is the amount of storage space that you have free. For example, here I have 400 Pokeballs, 193 Great Balls, and 161 Ultra Balls. That probably averages out to 700, 800 Pokeballs in total. I want to go ahead and have 700 to 800 free Pokemon space so that when I do end up throwing all these Pokeballs, I will end up filling it up completely. Obviously, I will drop some and all that. Of course, I will be collecting more Pokeballs during the day if I do spin Pokestops. However, that's a good way to figure out how many storage space you do end up needing. But of course, the more storage space you can get, the more Pokemon you can transfer, the better. And of course, the more Pokeballs you can get, the more better. Obviously, it's such a case-by-case scenario, so I can't tell you guys all. Pretty much just more is better is going to be my final thoughts for that. Second last thought is going to be premium items, guys. Things like star pieces, lucky eggs, incenses, and lures are all, items you have to pay for, and you will get through special researches and all that. Unless there are crazy events going on, like 4 times catch XP for the Bidoof event, or, we have 3 times catch Stardust. Don't use these items just playing spotlight hours and things like that. Save them for big events like Community Day, Go Fest, Kanto Tour. This is when you're gonna get the most out of these items because, this is when we have the big bonuses that will help on top of the items. You are a free-to-play player. The only time I recommend you use a lucky egg or a star piece is during 3 times catch Stardust or 3 times XP. Then you're gonna wanna go ahead and line up your friendship bonuses on these events, and that's how you max out the most with those lucky eggs. Never use them any other situation. I'm probably gonna regret saying that because there are probably certain situations that you wanna use it. When prepping for any future events and you do end up getting like an incense from a task or a lucky egg or a star piece, don't use it, save it for an event. That's how you prep items for the event if you are free to play. If you're not free to play, then you're gonna wanna just go ahead and buy an Ultra Box, Adventure Box, or whatever is the best price to get these items if you are gonna be using lucky egg star pieces during Go Fest, Kanto Tour, whatever. This video is about prepping for any event. So that's pretty much the video, guys. If I missed any tips for prepping for events, please let me know below. I hope this video is gonna be able to last long for a lot of future events because I probably won't be making another prep video since pretty much prepping for any event is the exact same unless there's like, they completely change how events work and all that. Thank you for watching, guys. Comment below any of your prep tips and follow for more tips, baby. Peace.